The afternoon it all began was unremarkable in every way. Overcast skies hung low over the city like a dull gray blanket. The kind of day where coffee gets reheated 3 times and motivation is nowhere to be found. Ella sat curled up on her worn-out kitchen stool, laptop open, notifications pinging with work emails she was ignoring. At her feet, Benny, her 5-year-old golden retriever and, as she liked to call him, her sunshine in fur, lay scratching incessantly at his ears. This had become a daily routine. The itching, the low energy, the dry patches on his skin. His once glorious, shiny coat had faded to a muted, brittle version of itself. Ella had taken him to the vet twice. Both times the verdict was the same. Allergies. Maybe environmental. Maybe food. No concrete answers. Prescription kibble. Another bill. A little hope. No change. That day, though, something in her snapped. Not out of frustration. Out of love. A quiet, deep love. The kind of love that makes you look at a dog scratching his ears raw and say, "No more." She closed the laptop, walked to the fridge, opened her pantry, and began to cook. She didn't know what she was doing at first. She wasn't a nutritionist or a vet, and she wasn't trying to be, but she was someone who read labels, and it shocked her that even the most premium kibble read more like science experiments than food. Meat byproducts, synthetic vitamins, words you couldn't pronounce. Even the vet-approved brands seemed lifeless. So she went with instinct and research. Ground turkey, boiled rice, carrots, a little spinach. All things dogs could eat. All things her grandmother would recognize as food. That first night, Benny sat watching her cook like a student at a lecture. His tail twitched. His eyes followed her every move. When she finally put down the warm bowl, he sniffed once, twice, and then he devoured it. Not like he was starving, but like he was tasting food for first time. That moment, the look he gave her afterward, it changed something in her. She made a second batch the next day, then a third. She started meal prepping on Sundays. Containers lined up, each labeled with a date and ingredients. She bought a cheap meat thermometer, started reading veterinary nutrition forums, even called her vet to ask, "Hey, if I send you a recipe, can you look it over?" The vet, curious and impressed, agreed. And the answer was yes. Her meals were balanced, maybe not perfect, but far better than what Benny had been eating before. The changes were subtle at first. Benny scratched a little less. He slept more peacefully. His stools improved, a detail she never thought she'd celebrate. But by week 3, it was undeniable. His fur started to shimmer again. His energy returned. He was bringing toys, doing zoom eyes in the hallway, that sparkle returning to his eyes. Ella filmed a quick video one evening. Just a simple before and after. No music, no fancy lighting. Just clips of Benny over the month, a few shots of her stirring pots, and a handwritten note at the end. "I stopped feeding him out of a bag. I started feeding him with love." It was supposed to be for her small circle of dog mom friends on Instagram, but by the next morning it had 14,000 views. By the weekend, 500,000, then 1 million. People weren't just liking the video. They were sharing it, tagging friends, sending DMs, commenting things like, "I cried, I needed this today, and I'm making this tonight." They wanted recipes. They wanted to try. They wanted to know if they could help their own dogs the same way. So she gave them what they asked for. She began posting each recipe she made. Chicken and sweet potato stew with parsley, beef and green bean mash, salmon with oats and blueberries. She broke down the cost, showed where to buy in bulk, how to prep, how to store. Every post ended the same way. This isn't about perfection. It's about paying attention and loving them like they love you. One video showed her tiny kitchen table covered in containers labeled for the week. Benny sitting beside them proudly, as if he helped. The video hit 12 million views. But the real turning point wasn't the views. It was the letters. A woman in Oregon sent a photo of her pit bull, who had stopped eating dry food, but licked the bowl clean after Ella's turkey and pumpkin recipe. A dad from Michigan wrote, "Our rescue dog used to tremble every mealtime. Now he wags his tail when he sees the pot on the stove. An elderly woman mailed Ella a handwritten note. I'm 78. I don't have children anymore. My dog is all I have. You made me feel like I could care for her better. You gave me purpose. And then there was the letter that broke her, from a mother of a nonverbal child. My son doesn't speak, but he bonded with our dog like no one else. Your meals made our dog healthier and our home happier. It's not just food. It's medicine. It's love. Ella sobbed that night. Benny lay beside her, his head on her lap. She stroked his ears and whispered, "Look what you started." She never expected the cookbook to happen, but people begged for it. Not something polished and corporate, but something real. So she made it herself. Photos taken on her iPhone. Recipes triple-tested. Vet-reviewed. Pages stained with flour and broth. She called it Feed with Love. No marketing team. No ads. It sold out in 3 days. Offers came after that. Partnerships. Sponsorships. She turned most of them down. She didn't want her mission to be diluted by products she didn't believe in. But she said yes to a few: stainless steel bowls, organic ingredient farms, pet-safe food storage containers. Things that made sense. Things that helped people cook for their dogs. And she always kept it accessible. Her motto became, if you can cook pasta, you can cook for your dog. Her videos weren't polished, but they were human. Mistakes left in. Laughter. Occasional tears. Sometimes Benny barked mid-shot, and she'd leave it in. People said it made them feel like they were in the kitchen with her. One day she opened a package from a stranger. Inside was a framed photo of a golden retriever. On the back, a note. He passed last week. Your food gave him 2 extra years. Thank you. That photo now hangs in her kitchen, right next to Benny's leash. Because what Ella created wasn't just a trend or a moment. It was a quiet revolution. A reminder that health starts with food, and love is the most powerful ingredient of all. And to this day, every time she chops a carrot, stirs a pot, or hears Benny's bowl clink against the tile, she remembers that rainy afternoon when it all began. And she smiles, because going viral was never the point. Benny was,